Who is an entrepreneur? I know so many people will be quick to say an entrepreneur is someone who owns a business. Yes, that's true. But is it only someone who owns a business that is considered an entrepreneur? In recent years, the whole concept of entrepreneurship has completely changed. You might be sitting right next to an entrepreneur. You might be eating with an entrepreneur, and you will never know. Because being an entrepreneur is not only measured from a business or maybe a company that you run or own. The whole concept of entrepreneurship comes with the mindset, the way you think, the way you look at things, the way you react to situations. We call that the entrepreneurial mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Roy and I'm an entrepreneur. And in today's video, I will be taking you through 10 things that you need to do if you want to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so that when we upload nice videos like this, you won't be left out. And if you are a regular subscriber, we want to say thank you. And we're going to dive straight into how to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. I'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, in today's video, we will be looking at 10 things you need to do or 10 ways of developing an entrepreneurial mindset. How to develop an entrepreneurial mindset, how to think like an entrepreneur, how to act like an entrepreneur, how to present yourself like an entrepreneur. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give a very powerful summary. I'm going to give a bonus point that will be like the power of everything. That will be like the summary of everything you need to do if you really want to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. So you want to watch till the end of this video, not to miss that last bonus point. So on our point number 1, on what you need to do if you really want to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. So on our point number 1, you need to learn from stories and not theories. Now, what are we talking about here? What do we mean by learning from stories and not theories? You need to follow the life example of successful entrepreneurs. You need to ask yourself, what did they do in order to succeed? There are different kinds of entrepreneurs. So you need to identify which kind of entrepreneur do you really identify with? Which kind of entrepreneur do you really take as a mentor and try to do things in line with this entrepreneur? Or what did he do to be successful? So you need to really take stories, successful stories, success stories to be a guide to your entrepreneurial journey. So we need to learn from stories and not only from theories. Yeah, theories as well are really helpful, but we need to take stories into consideration and not only theories. On our point number 2, we need to make quick decisions. Decision making is one of the most important aspects when it comes to developing an entrepreneurial mindset. Because on the entrepreneurial race, time waits for nobody. Once something is trending and you have to act, you need to act and act quick. Because you're not alone on this race. You're not running this race alone. We have thousands and thousands of other entrepreneurs out there on the same race. So when it's time to act, you need to be very quick. Point number 3, you need to adapt a daily habit to reinforce a new mindset. This daily habit can be maybe reading, watching a documentary, listening to someone, writing articles, doing something that will help you improve in your entrepreneurial journey, or that will help you improve your skills. So it has to be a daily habit. I know we don't have the brains of the Jack Ma's, we don't have the brains of the Mark Zuckerbergs, we don't have the brains of all these world top entrepreneurs. But even as small as you are, even as young as you are, you need to develop a daily habit. If you say, okay, I want to embark on this journey, you need to identify one thing and do it every day to succeed in your entrepreneurial journey. Point number 4, always seek and recognize new opportunities. As an entrepreneur, we always have to be seeking for new opportunities. And once they knock at the door, we need to have that mindset of recognizing them in a very quick way. So, like an entrepreneur, you don't have to sleep and just think about the old norms, do things the way we usually do them, do the same things every day. Always seek for new ways of doing things, always seek for new opportunities. And the moment those opportunities show their faces on you, you need to act and act quick. Point number 5, I call this point comfort with risk. As an entrepreneur, we need to be risk takers, not just taking unnecessary risks, but well calculated risks, which means that when something comes up, you don't just have to say, oh no, I'm afraid if I do this, this might happen. We need to really take into consideration a lot of things and bear the risk and say, okay, well, it's business. If it fails, it fails. If it succeeds, it succeeds. And you go into it. Well calculated risk, not just any kind of risk, but a well calculated risk. As an entrepreneur, you need to have the mindset of not always winning, not always succeeding, but taking a well calculated risk. Point number 7, as an entrepreneur, you have to be future oriented, which means that you have to look at things from a future perspective. Don't always stay in today or you're comfortable with what is happening today. Always ask yourself, what about tomorrow? What about in a week's time? What about in 5 years? What about in 10 years? Once you always have this future minded perspective, you're always going to see that things will change. And when things change, what will happen? We're using this today. Are we going to use this forever? Once you have this mindset of always looking at things from a future perspective, opportunities always come when you look at the future. Because you always ask yourself, oh, in future, what if this changed? This will happen. So that's the mindset of an entrepreneur. Point number 8, flexibility and adaptability. Entrepreneurs should not only prepare for change, they should react to change. They should always prepare and react quickly to new information, setbacks, and obstacles. Which means that as an entrepreneur, you have to develop the mindset of always being ready for a change. If this is not working today, tomorrow you need to be sure of what should work. You need to have the mindset of reacting quick to a change as an entrepreneur. Point number 9, this is also a very powerful point, initiative and self-directive. As an entrepreneur, you should not always wait for others to take the lead. You should not always wait for others to start something, then you follow suit. No, take the initiative to start something. Always bring up the initiative of new ideas. Your ideas might not be the best, but always try to bring up something. Take the initiative and take the directives. And then someone might come in now to support your idea, and then you together now can build something powerful. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. And point number 10 is like a link to point number 9, initiative. Point number 10 says collaboration and communication, which means that you have to have the mindset, or you have to develop the mindset of trying to communicate with other entrepreneurs, collaborate with other entrepreneurs. Don't try to do it by yourself. Once you have an idea, put others on the rail. Try to communicate your ideas with others. Join groups, join forums. Try to share your ideas. Oh, I thought of this. What do you think about it? How can we make it work? Then together, you all now can build something very big and meaningful for the society. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. I said the last point, or at the end of this video, I'm going to give a bonus point. Here it comes. Now, as an entrepreneur, you need to know your strengths and your weaknesses. You need to know your strong areas and those areas where you need to lead. Pay more attention to those areas where you are weak at. Pay more attention to those areas where you need help, or to those areas where you think you're not so good at, and try to develop those areas more. As an entrepreneur, once you know those areas that you know you are strong, they are your strongholds, okay, good. You know you can just do that at any time. But your weak points are the issue here. You need to pay more attention to your weak points. And how do you know what are your weak points and what are your strong points? You need to do a self evaluation. You need to do a SWOT analysis of yourself and ask yourself, what am I good at? What can I do and what can't I do? And try to develop more skills in the areas where you think you are weak at. That is, you are building the mind of an entrepreneur. You're building the mindset of an entrepreneur. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this video. If you like what I've just said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Write a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, if you're seeing this face, this is my real face. If you're seeing this my real face for the first time, please consider subscribing. Let's build this channel together. Consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that each time I upload a video, you will be the first to be notified. Without much ado, I always say, peace out.